Oh, what's going on, people? Hope we're all doing well. As per usual, welcome back to more esports talk. I am so chalked on coffee right now, and I hope you guys are too. For the sake of storylines, this past weekend, well, it was incredible as the Valorant scene continues to be a whirlwind of stories over the past 6 to 7 days. An unfortunate one leading to one that was crazy this weekend, that being the Sentinels situation with TenZ on loan currently from Cloud9 for the VCT Masters with Sentinels. It draws a gigantic question that I want you guys to answer right now, and answer honestly, because the situation is obviously very complicated. I'm not going to dive into great detail, but if you are Sentinels and you somehow have already pulled off a substantial run in the upper bracket winners finals right now, they are already guaranteed a top 3 placement for Masters with TenZ in place of Sinatraa. Who's to say they don't go on to win the event? And they are ever pressed with a more concerning issue of what do they do? Do you keep TenZ? And of course, this also depends on what the situation is with Sinatraa, which I really can't dive into, but certainly the question is already being asked as they take out 2 opponents, one more prominent than the other, the most viewed series we have seen so far. That's not to knock other teams, but 100 Thieves versus Sentinels was certainly highly watched, and now thanks to Nerd Street Gamers, it seems that TenZ is considering the stay if that offer is even made. As he said with Nerd Street, it would definitely be a consideration to remain with Sentinels permanently if the opportunity presented itself, and when asked on returning to content creation or pro play, he says he enjoys the content, but weighing them both together, he does prefer to be a pro with streaming on the side. And the only reason why I'm asking the question, and again, I don't mean to offend anyone with that question, with the ongoing investigation, it's very serious, but even Shroud and Justin, if you guys don't catch Shroud's co-streams, that's the one I choose to watch because I find it just, the most fun and informative. Even they talked about, what if Sentinels wins? Can they afford TenZ? Do they offer TenZ? If you are Sentinels right now, you are in such a great but crappy situation, one that we have never seen before. So it is interesting to talk about.
Good question. You think, let's say they win this whole tournament, Sentinels. Do you think Sen as a org and team has a deeper interest than just a loan in TenZ?
Maybe.
And then that also depends on if TenZ wants to actually full-time compete again.
Yeah, it's a big question. Like, let's just say, for the sake of argument, Sentinels wins everything here. And they're interested in TenZ. TenZ might not be interested in competing. And if he is interested in competing and he is interested in joining, well, Cloud9's going to get a nice check. So
yeah, who even knows if they can afford TenZ?
Yeah, that's true. They might not.
It could be an absurd number.
Yeah, but Cloud9 isn't the type of team to keep
against their will.
Yeah, like Cloud9 wouldn't keep TenZ against them. Like, they'd come to some sort of agreement. It'd be expensive, but they'd have something.
And then following a map 1 stomping, map 2 was super enjoyable. Obviously much closer of a time, but either way, Sentinels sweep 100 Thieves. I'm going to be honest, we've had a lot of, if you guys follow me on Twitter, we've talked about some social media managers who are trying to ride that line between edgy and funny, acceptable and kind of not acceptable. If you know, you know. But one of the better ones that I have seen, and you guys may or may not like the banter, but one that I think rides the line as about as close as perfect as you possibly can, is Sentinels. They do this all the time. They did it with TSM. They've done it with FaZe Clan. They've done it with other organizations, including 100 Thieves, who, by the way, finally following their first strike major victory, made custom Air 1 Jordans for the entire lineup, to which Sentinels then quotes that tweet and say, lace them up, run it down to losers bracket. I mean, if you want beef and you want banter between 2 teams, that tweet, to me, in my opinion, nailed it. Following a great series, yes, again, map 1 was pretty much a stomping. The series, though, still very entertaining, especially with TenZ on stand-in. The question still lingers, and the Sentinels 100 Thieves beef, it does continue, and we will see what happens for the remainder of the tournament going on this weekend. The storylines are all set up, and the questions just have to be answered. What will happen with Sentinels? Can 100 Thieves make a little comeback run themselves? Can you imagine if they rematch in the Grands? Huh? Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. Drink water, drink coffee. I'll catch you guys back here sometime soon. Take care.